There you are. How are you?
I'm good.
Google changed their software.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, okay, so when you want to join the meet, there used to be a button that said just allow you in. But
Oh,
now there's a thing that says you got to view the people that want to come in, and then you got to click the little plus human thing. You can't just allow them in. You got to go to a special screen. And if you don't touch the view thing, if you just touch anywhere else, it disappears. And now you can't let them in. And then they got to try to get in again. Sorry. I'm apologizing for Google.
oh,
Now, we could complain, but Google software is free, so we can't complain.
oh yeah.
Oh, no.
It got complicated.
Well, this happens,
Oh, yeah.
I think the most frustrating is probably the Google Translate software.
Oh,
They keep changing it, and there was a time when it worked really smoothly, but then they mess it up and make it worse, and they never go back to when it was nice. It's like air pollution. It never gets better. Software pollution. But because it's free software, you can't complain. So they know that. They know that. How was your week last week? You were on holiday. I'm sorry that I didn't understand.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, I expected it to be this week because this is the Obon week, but it was last week because what were you doing last week?
Well, I'm going to my friend's house.
Oh, okay. Have a good time.
Yeah.
Did you have a good time?
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, okay, great. Yeah, I'm sorry about the confusion. Your mother, she did tell me, but then for some reason I didn't change my calendar or something.
Oh.
Right? But
yeah.
Thank you.
Sometimes happens.
Yeah, that stuff happens too often. There was a time when I used to keep all my students' schedule in my head.
Whoa.
It didn't change very often. It was pretty much the same thing every week.
Whoa.
Then I got an iPhone, right? And iPhone has always had the calendar,
Oh yeah, like a reminder.
No, not like reminders, like calendar.
Oh, okay.
Where's the calendar? There it is, the calendar thing.
Oh, yeah.
The problem is the calendar is this tiny thing, like this. Yeah. In my mind, a calendar needs to be like this big thing that you put on the wall.
Oh yeah.
I can't use a calendar that's this big. So I never used it. It wasn't until I think it was 2010 or 2011 when the iPad came out.
Oh, yeah.
And it's the size of a calendar. That's when I started using the calendar.
Okay.
Yeah. But even then, it's always been buggy. I complained about Google's bugs. But Apple's bugs, especially the calendar app, it's like one of those buggy apps on planet Earth.
Oh.
Always a problem. And new problems. It's like, oh, they fixed that old bug, but there's a new bug. Don't worry. Never run out of bugs. And because it's free, I mean, I bought the iPad, but the software is free. You can't really complain, Yeah. Did you do homework?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Okay.
I'm going to send it.
Thank you very much, young sir.
Okay. Okay. I think I sent it.
Thank you.
Oh, no problem.
Oh, there it is. Oh, yes. Last week was Hiroshima Day.
Yes.
And what time was it? It was like 8:15 a.m. Is that right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
8:15 a.m. Now, hang on a second. I'm going to search for something, and I'm going to get in trouble as I search for it.
Oh.
Places. I want places. Where are places? There's another thing. Apple changes everything, and now I can't find things.
Oh.
Oh, I guess it would be map, right?
Yeah.
And if I go to Hiroshima, no.
What?
Well, I had some pictures that I took in Hiroshima, but
I'm trying to remember.
they aren't on here. I got pictures from Totori. Yep, that's Totori.
Oh.
It was cold. I got all these pictures from Osaka, but where are my Hiroshima pictures? And I can't remember when it was, so I'm going to search for it.
Like the Peace Memorial Park.
Yeah, it is, but why doesn't... Hang on. I got to go back a little ways. It was a couple years ago. That wasn't that far ago. Long ago.
Yeah.
No. Why is that? Why wouldn't it be in here? Getting close, maybe. Nope. No. Sorry. No. Why isn't it? Oh, probably because it's in my phone.
Oh.
Aha. So I'll do it this way. I'll just open up your screen and I'll send it to you. Yeah, the things in my phone and the things on my iPad are different. That's why. Sorry.
Okay.
Well, it's because my iCloud is full. And Apple keeps bothering me. They're like, you should pay more money for iCloud. So you have... No, stop bothering me. I want to give you more money. Do not. There they are.
Yeah.
There they are. Found them. Oops. Oh. Ah. No. Oh, it's not in there. Well, we do have the ground zero photo.
Yeah.
I'll share that one. I have a photograph of us making the clock symbol with our arms of 8:15 a.m.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think I remember.
But okay. Oh, what was the date? February 26, 2023. Okay, so if I go, well, if I go to date, recent days, how can you search by date? Oh man, yeah, Apple's really frustrating. February 26, 2023. Oh, there it is, 2024. Okay, I might get it. Do you see this one? That's ground zero. That was right underneath the bomb when it exploded.
Oh. Hypocenter.
We call it ground zero. Hypocenter is a word I've never heard before.
That's weird.
It's not a word that we use in English.
Oh,
They're funky, right? They don't really know what they're doing.
that's why like ground zero is like also used in like 9/11. Right.
Exactly. I tell you, that's it because it's English, right?
Oh, yeah.
We don't say those stupid things. Oh, there we go. I found him. Why aren't they geotagged? I don't know. Some photos are geotagged and some are not. There it is.
Oh,
Anna didn't really. She didn't. She was too young. She didn't really understand what we were doing. But we're making our arms at 8:15, like the clock. You see the clock behind us?
oh yeah.
This
Like
is a
3D.
yeah. This is a special memorial to the survivors. Actually,
Oh,
yeah. Okay. Oops. Do that. Hiroshima shadows. Oh, that's so tragic.
yeah.
Special event.
Oh yeah. The
We did the research, so we might as well put it down,
okay.
right? Just to let you know, Nagasaki was not chosen as a bombing, as a target. Nagasaki was an alternate because Kokura, and I think it's called. It has a different name now. It's called like Kyushu City or something.
Kyushu City.
Yeah, it's called Kokura was the actual choice, but it was too cloudy. They couldn't see the target. So here Nagasaki was the secondary target.
Oh,
But so Nagasaki was never a choice, right?
okay.
Hiroshima was a choice. Who is screaming? Are the brothers screaming or is the mom screaming?
My mom. I don't know why, but like.
Well, you
my
know,
mom
twins.
is-
No, twins. I think it's called twin scream syndrome.
Oh,
Very common.
okay.
Yeah, the sheer fact of the existence of twins causes screaming. In many
Okay.
cases, yeah, it's very common. Twin scream syndrome.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. I scream for you scream.
Oh,
Okay, that's pretty good.
okay.
And we got some cool photos to go along with it.
Yeah, I got it.
Great. What does this piece of paper say? Is it written in Japanese? Can I read it? Or do you regret? Do you regret that you've never been to the Peace Memorial Park? Daichi, are you there? Can you hear me? I can hear your mom screaming. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah.
Do you regret that you've never been to the Peace Memorial Park?
Yeah, kind of missed it out.
You'll get another chance, I'm sure. I hope so. I hope.
Okay.
Yeah. You have a lot of life to live.
Okay, I got it.
I heard that. I heard that. It was cold that day.
Oh,
It was February.
shoot. All right. August 7th, Thursday. The bombing of Hiroshima. On August 6th, 1945 at 8:15 a.m., the world's first atomic bomb was dropped on Hiroshima. Here are some tragic facts about it. One, it said that Kyoto was spared from bombing because U.S. Secretary of War Henry Stimson was a fan of the ancient Japanese buildings. That's why Hiroshima was chosen instead.
My understanding is that Henry Stimson he spent time in Japan. He was actually in Kyoto.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I don't know whether he was studying there or just as a tourist, but yeah, because of his influence over the president, Kyoto was not bombed.
Okay.
I think Nara was not bombed either.
Oh, yeah.
But maybe the reason Nara wasn't bombed is mostly because there wasn't really any war industry. You know, they weren't building any ships or tanks or guns in Nara, so it was mostly, farming. Yeah, okay.
Okay. 2. The bomb blast over Hiroshima was so intense that it permanently burned the shadows of people and objects into the ground. These became known as Hiroshima shadows.
Yeah, now many of these shadows are disappearing over time.
Oh, yeah.
But when the U.S. Army went to Japan about 2 months later, I think it was in October, they sent in what was called a BDA team.
BDA.
Bomb Damage Assessment.
Oh.
Now, I'm not sure, that's kind of a new phrase. I don't even know in 1945 if they used that term BDA. Maybe they just called them survey, but we call them BDA.
Okay.
They went in with cameras and notepads and pencils and survey equipment. And they measured the length of the shadows, not of the people, but like light poles and bridge railings.
Okay.
And by what we call reverse triangulation, they could determine exactly the point where the bomb exploded.
Okay.
So if you can imagine a light pole that's 10 meters high,
Yeah.
and it's leaving a shadow on the ground that's 20 meters long, and it's at a certain angle. If you trace back the top of that pole, the shadow of the top of the pole to the top of the pole, you get a line.
Oh.
Then you move to another part of the city, you find another pole, and you trace the shadow of the top of that pole to the actual pole, you get another line. Where those two lines cross, that's where the bomb exploded.
Oh.
That's how they were able to determine that the bomb exploded directly over that hotel, or not hotel. Sorry, it was a hospital
Okay.
at an altitude of 600 meters above the ground.
Damn.
Yeah. Now this was not the intended target. It was the intended target was actually a T-shaped bridge.
Bridge.
There's a bridge that's near the dome.
Oh.
That was the actual target, but the wind was blowing a little bit. The bomber was moving. Well, they were moving at like 400 miles an hour, and
Yeah.
and they were at 30,000 feet or some crazy thing. I think I sent you a little video, but we'll go back to that after we finish. Do you have any questions about page 1?
No, I'm good.
All right.
All right. 3. The U.S. Air Force actually dropped pamphlets before the attack. It's sometimes argued that this represented a warning to the Japanese people, but in truth, these pamphlets didn't specifically warn of an incoming nuclear attack on either Hiroshima or Nagasaki. I've never been to the...
Regrettably, I'm sorry. It should, the Peace Park, that should be a space.
Oh. I've never been
regrettably,
to the...
regrettably.
Oh, yeah. I've never been
No.
to...
Start with regrettably.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Regrettably, I've never been to the Peace Memorial Park.
Thank you.
It's okay.
Yep. All right.
Okay.
I think it was a couple weeks ago. I sent. Yeah. I want to open this in YouTube. Can I push the YouTube button? No. Can I share the link? I want to do. Don't want to do it in YouTube. So.
Okay.
Otherwise. Did you see it? Did you see it?
I saw it a little bit.
We'll just watch some of it, right?
Okay.
Can you hear it?
Oh, yeah.
Distraction.
Oh. Shockwave.
Yeah. Which was the second nuclear explosion in the world.
Oh, it was?
The first nuclear explosion was a test in New Mexico.
It's like the water nuclear, like...
No. This was a test on a tower.
Tower?
Yeah, it was the first nuclear test. It was in the United States. It was done at the test site. because they needed to know if it worked before they did it, right?
Yeah.
And you talk about the leaflets, right?
Oh yeah.
Nobody said there'd be a nuclear bomb. The people in the military didn't even know. In fact,
What?
nobody called it a bomb. I think they called it the gadget or the gizmo. I can't quite remember. Right? They basically called it the thing, right? They didn't use the word bomb. They didn't use the word nuclear because it was such a secret.
Oh.
Yeah. So only the people directly involved in the mission knew about this.
Okay.
Yeah, so there wasn't a lot of knowledge around this. No leaflets, no advance warning. My understanding is that the people after the bomb, many Japanese people thought the Americans were dropping gasoline on the city.
Gasoline.
Because there were so many burn victims. They'd never seen anything like it.
Oh.
There were so many burn victims, and they assumed that, and of course, nobody knew about atomic weapons because they never existed.
Yeah.
And so some people speculated that the Americans were dropping gasoline on the city.
Damn.
It wasn't until the second bomb that the reality of nuclear war was apparent. The first time it was a freak event. The second time it's like, wait a minute. Something's changed, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh.
Only 3 of the 12 crewmen knew. Of course, the guys loading up the bomb, I think they kind of knew, right?
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah, because these guys, I don't think they're just regular bomb loaders. In fact,
Yeah.
one or more of these guys might actually be a nuclear physicist, to supervise, like don't drop, don't pick it up there, don't drop that. Okay,
Yeah.
don't kick that part, okay. Oops. Like that guy, that officer with the hat. Yeah, he knows what
Yeah.
that is. He knows. He's making sure everything's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only one bomb? What's up with this mission? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Hmm.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh. G-force.
Mm. That was the first test.
Oh,
July 16th, 1945.
oh, so
Not
like a month
not
ago?
even just 3 weeks before. Not even a month before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh,
That's enough for this. It's a lot of math involved and it gets pretty complicated. But basically is what you need to do is turn the airplane until the tail points directly at the target and then fly straight away. You see that? And that will maximize your distance from the explosion.
okay.
Yep. And they go through all the math, but that's effectively what
Oh,
yeah, that's effectively the answer there. Yeah. Yeah, you do need to visit the Peace Memorial.
yeah. Some people cry, right? Like,
I couldn't go in.
oh,
So
okay.
in the outer lobby area, they have this big like 3D projection table with like a model of the city. And then they project this beautiful summer day with the green trees and the blue water. And then this bomber flies over and drops the bomb. And yeah, it's pretty realistic, right? Because you're standing around this giant round like display table of the city.
Oh,
And then it's like before and then after, and it's just this gray mess, of flame and smoke and man, yeah. Okay, so like it's like you're watching a movie or something. It's like you're watching some kind of war movie or whatever. Okay,
yeah.
Then it's time to go in to the museum.
Oh,
So I'm walking in, and the first thing I see are the burnt school uniforms.
damn.
I talk about a
Almost there.
180-degree turn. I made a 180-degree turn. I couldn't take it. I didn't want to
Like a
see.
haunted
I
house.
didn't want.
Like a haunted house.
I didn't want. No.
So
Not
if
like
you
a
have
haunted
more-
house. Haunted houses are fun.
Or like in haunted houses, if it's too scary, you just like turn
A
around.
haunted house, it's all play. It's all costume. This was reality.
Yeah.
These school uniforms, there were people in those burnt uniforms,
Damn.
right? And for me, as soon as I saw that, I had to make my optimal turn and leave and go back out into the waiting room because I didn't want to cry in public in front of people.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just didn't want.
it's pretty tough.
And I used to live in Hiroshima. I used to work for Matsuda.
Oh yeah.
I've been to the Peace Park many times, but I had never gone into the museum.
Okay.
And then, of course, Momo was studying war history in school. And so my wife decided, yeah, we should go to Hiroshima. I was, okay, let's do that. We'll spend a night in a hotel and we'll have a day in the Peace Park. And I made my decision. Okay, this time I go in. I'm going to be strong.
Okay.
My daughter was only 3. She was in the baby cart. She was asleep. Because Momo was like 10. She was like 5th grade.
Okay.
She was studying war history in school. And my daughter was asleep in the cart, so I didn't have to worry about her. She didn't, because 3, what's she gonna see, right? She's not gonna understand.
Yeah.
We go in. I see those burnt uniform, and I'm just sorry. I turned around and I went out to the waiting room. They went through,
Oh.
right?
Okay.
But I couldn't do it.
Yeah. It's supposed to be tragic.
It is tragic. It is tragic.
Yeah.
So the museum with the clock on the top we're standing out in front of, that's amazing. You go back, when you walk down the steps, it's like you're going back in time. And you get to the inside, and it's a recreation of this panorama. And at the top is that clock. It's a skylight, and it's frozen at 8:15 a.m. And it shines the light. It's the kind of a minimal light. And when you look, the walls are 3. It's like you're there. It's like a time machine.
It's like,
that didn't make me cry.
Yeah.
Right. That was like, wow.
Like impressive.
It was like you were there in aftermath. It was like you were standing in the middle of the city after the bomb exploded.
Damn.
And it was a very low light, like minimal lighting, so you could just like get the sense of what it would be like to step out of a time machine.
Oh. Okay.
Right. And I recommend that. It's called the Memorial to the Survivors.
Oh, so it's
They
like
have a library of all the names of the survivors.
Oh, they do?
Yeah. That I do recommend that one. The other one, I recommend seeing that animation of the bomb. Whether you go beyond that, that's up to you. Yeah. But yeah, tragedy.
Yeah. That's sad.
It was like a year later, or maybe it was a year before. No, it was like 2 years before.
Okay.
We went to Nagasaki, but it was in the middle of Corona, and the museum was closed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, there's a museum in Nagasaki too.
There is, yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, it's this picture. I found this picture today because I sent this picture. One moment. I sent this picture to somebody today. This.
Oh.
That's the Nagasaki monument.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is he doing that, like in the statue?
Well, I guess he's pointing to like the sky, like destruction from above or something.
Okay.
Yeah. The Nagasaki story, like I say, it was a bigger bomb, more destructive bomb.
Oh yeah.
It was the Fat Man bomb.
Oh.
And it was designed for Kokura. I mean, Kokura was the intended primary target, but evidently Kokura was either smoky or cloudy. I think it was smoky because the Americans had been bombing the area, and like there were a lot of fires because we had been bombing Japan for, months. That year, 45, was pretty bad for Japan. And so the crew couldn't drop the bomb if they couldn't see the target. That was the rule. So they picked the secondary, and the secondary was Hiroshima. Hiroshima was clear. I'm sorry, Nagasaki. The secondary target was Nagasaki. And I can't remember, Nagasaki Day was 3 days later, August 9th. Is that right? I think so.
Oh, yeah. I think, yeah.
Well, it was clear because the wind was blowing, right?
Oh, yeah.
And when they dropped the bomb, the wind carried the bomb away from the city center, and it actually detonated over a valley, which protected many people. So it was not as deadly and destructive as the Hiroshima bomb, even though it was more powerful.
That's why, like, Hiroshima is, like, more like, I don't know, like...
The first, the deadliest, the most destructive, yeah. Because it was only, gosh, how many meters off of its target? The distance between that bridge and the hospital is like 100 meters maybe, right? 200 meters.
Yeah.
Instead of 3 miles or whatever. The other, these bombers were flying at like airline altitudes, like 30,000 feet, like 10,000 meters above sea level, right? The cabin is pressurized like a jet,
So the G-force.
No. When you go to 10,000 meters, if your cabin isn't pressurized, everybody dies of oxygen starvation. Yeah. The other bombers, the crew would wear oxygen masks.
Oh.
But even with oxygen masks, you can't go to 10,000 meters. The B-29 was specially designed as a high altitude, pressurized cabin bomber.
Okay.
So they're at this amazing altitude. And the bomb takes like 60 seconds before it explodes because it has to fall that distance.
Yeah.
And that gives the crew enough time to make this turn and fly away. Otherwise, they would die too. It would be a suicide mission.
Yeah.
Hard to get people to volunteer for a suicide mission.
It's like a kamikaze.
Well, we were supposed to be better than that, right?
Yeah.
We want our people to come back. We feel that better people will fight if they have the chance of coming back, right? Yeah. So anyway,
that's deep.
Yeah, pretty deep. Deep history.
Yeah.
Why Hiroshima? Why this topic?
Because like it's August, and like when I wrote that, it's August 7th, so like it was like a day after.
Yeah. So did you see like a documentary or anything on TV or anything?
Oh yeah, I just saw like it's like the 80th anniversary.
Yeah, you're right. 80 years, man.
It's been 80 years.
That's amazing. So the people who remember the day are mostly gone.
Yeah.
Not many people who remember that day are still alive.
Yeah.
Fortunately, most of them have told their story.
Oh yeah, it's like in a documentary. Right?
In fact, that Museum of the Survivors, or the Memorial to the Survivors, has their testimony.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, recorded. Where were you that day? What was your story? Many of them have been videotaped. They've told their stories.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it was Hiroshima or Nagasaki, but the one story that I remember was a young girl was late for school. Her sister was running. She was chasing after her sister to get to school on time. Her sister turned a corner. The bomb exploded. She turned the corner and her sister was gone.
Damn.
vaporized by the blast. Now, actually, the flash, not necessarily the blast.
Oh,
You
yeah.
get the flash, which
And, like,
started lots of fires. The blast wave comes later.
Yeah, that's like how like glass shards. Like if you're like near like windows, like glass.
Oh yeah, if there's an explosion, you're supposed to get down under your desk because when that blast wave comes, it's going to blow the windows out. But this is the problem. People see the flash, they're like, what happened? Right? And they're fixated on the blast, so they say when you see the blast or when you see the flash, you're not going to hear anything. When you see the flash, duck and cover. That was the guidance. See, during the Cold War with the Soviet Union, because they had nuclear weapons too,
Oh yeah.
entire generations of school children were told, after the flash, duck and cover. When the flash happens, you're supposed to get under your desk and put your hands over your head to maximize your chance of survival. So talk about maximizing your chance of survival. There's another story. I think it was the mayor of Hiroshima.
Oh.
So the blast occurs. I think he was in the city hall building. Now, most of these government buildings are made of concrete, right?
Yeah.
And stone.
Like hard stuff.
Well, most people live in wooden houses.
Yeah.
But a lot of government workers are in these, government buildings made out of concrete.
Yeah.
He survived, and many of his staff survived the explosion.
Yeah.
He was worried. Our city's under attack. Of course, we've got no food. We've got no water. We've just survived a nuclear blast. What should we do? He made the decision to move himself and his staff to another location.
Oh.
Can you guess where they decided to go?
Like Yamaguchi.
They decided to move to Nagasaki.
Why?
Well, it was considered a remote secondary location to be safe from further bombing by the Americans. That was the determination.
Oh.
This man and other people in his staff survived 2 nuclear explosions.
Hey, that was lucky.
I don't think they all survived. I think some of those staff people died in the second blast.
Oh.
But he survived.
Okay.
And he told the story. No matter how guilty he felt about it, people were like, wow, you just got unlucky, because nobody. If he had made the decision to go to Kokura, which actually was the intended target, but he didn't know what the Americans knew. They weren't sharing that information. They didn't put that information in the leaflets they were dropping. In fact, like they said, only 3 crew members of the 12 men on the bomber knew exactly what was happening.
It's like, yeah.
The bomber, the pilot, the co-pilot, and the navigator. The flight engineer's job is to keep all those engines running.
Yeah.
Right? The navigator knows exactly where they're going and what they need to do because this bomb's the biggest bomb ever dropped and what kind of turn we have to make after we drop it. The co-pilot knows everything the pilot knows because that's his job, because if something happens to the pilot, he needs to take over the mission. Right? Anybody else in the bomber, the radio operator and the mechanics or whatever other, there might have been another gunner or 2 other gunners inside, right? Yeah. So the rest is history.
Yeah. in my school, I didn't really like learn it like a lot, but like I learned about like the date when it dropped. Like I didn't really like we didn't really like learn it to like I don't know like the real history behind it.
I would be so impressed if one of your American friends could come and visit you in Japan, and you could take a trip to Hiroshima. A lot of tourists visit those museums. A lot of tourists. A lot of Japanese people study English and other languages so that they can guide the tourists around the Peace Park. As volunteers, they accept no money.
Oh yeah, it's like the peace workers, the peace volunteers, right?
And then sometimes they'll say, "Oh, do you need a guide?" I was like, "No, I'm okay. I live in Japan. It's okay."
Yeah.
So yeah. But if you had a chance, have you had any of your American friends come visit you in Japan yet?
No.
Japan's far. Hopefully,
Yeah,
hopefully someday they'll come and visit you. Yeah. What a story.
Yeah, that was.
I'm glad you picked that one.
Yeah, that was tragic.
We fast forward to the Korean War.
Korean War.
So Douglas MacArthur had been in Japan from 1945 to 1950. So he'd been here 5 years in the process of what was called pacification. The Japanese military needed to be deactivated.
Oh yeah.
All of the soldiers and all of their guns and helmets and swords had to be dumped in the ocean. All of the Japanese military equipment had to be deactivated. But because Japan doesn't have a military, Japan needs to be defended from a possible invader, right?
Like the military police.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, a military police. But what if Russia wants to take over Japan now that they've lost the war? What if China wants to take over Japan now that Japan has lost the war? So America has to step in as the military.
They have to cover
to defend the country, while Japan is demilitarized and then reactivated as an independent nation. That process takes years. And Douglas MacArthur was in charge of that process. The Japanese people called him GHQ. General Headquarters. Yeah. We didn't call him GHQ, but the Japanese, maybe that's what they called his office building, GHQ. So about 5 years later, the Korean War breaks out, and they need the best man in the area to take care of it. So he goes to Korea. At the beginning, things are pretty straightforward. Yeah, we need to stop these communists from invading from the north. We need to defend South Korea. Then the Chinese decide to join the fight. And the Americans are overwhelmed. They just have too many soldiers. It doesn't matter how many, if our guns are better, if we have helicopters and they don't. They have more men than rifles. The men that get shot, the men behind them pick up their gun and keep fighting. It was just impossible. So MacArthur calls the president and he says, "I need the atomic bomb." And the president fires him. He's like, "No, you can't. You're done."
That's how he got fired.
That's how he lost his job. Washington knew, MacArthur knew, that all of the high-level people in the government knew how bad that bomb was because they saw the photographs, they saw the films, they saw the medical reports. Because after that bomb, we sent in people with cameras, we sent doctors, military doctors.
And the camp, the food providers.
We sent in medicine. We set up tent hospitals. We were part of the emergency relief efforts, and so we knew how bad those bombs were. And when it came time to use it again, the leadership said no. The decision was made not to do it again.
Yeah.
Japan did have the opportunity to surrender after Hiroshima. But there wasn't television. There wasn't like reports like, oh, you won't believe the destruction. It wasn't, what? They're dropping gasoline on the people? Burn injuries? Huh? We can't surrender. But after the second bomb, it was like, wait a minute. I guess we don't have any choice. The emperor had a statement that he made.
It was like human, like a human.
He had a statement. In Japanese, he wrote something like, "We must endure the unendurable. We must suffer what should never be suffered." He had the speech, the surrender speech.
That's when people heard like the emperor's.
Well, yeah, exactly. So he recorded that in the radio studio, right? And it was recorded onto a record. They didn't even have tape back then. They had a vinyl record. His voice was recorded onto a record. And it was supposed to be broadcast like the next day. There were pro-military forces. There was a gunfight at the radio station.
Gunfight?
The army was trying to destroy that recording.
Oh.
They did not want to surrender. There was a shootout to protect that record.
Oh.
And they protected it. And the next day at, I don't know what time it was. Maybe it was 9 a.m. the next morning.
Yeah.
The record was played. It was broadcast nationwide. People had never heard the emperor's voice before. He had never spoken publicly, probably in the history of Japan.
Yeah.
People were on their knees.
Oh, yeah.
Hearing his voice. There's film of people on their knees crying, listening to the emperor saying, "We must surrender." But that was after Nagasaki. That was after the second. I believe, I'm not sure that there was a third bomb that was ready, but it wasn't used. I'm not sure about that fact. I need to do a little more research.
Maybe like a hoax.
My understanding was that there were two different bombs, the Hiroshima bomb and the Nagasaki bomb, which were two different designs that were shipped to the Pacific after that test. The test was a Fat Man bomb. That was the bomb that was type that was dropped over Nagasaki. Of course, it was destroyed in the test.
Yeah.
The little boy bomb, which was a different design, that was the bomb dropped over Hiroshima. My understanding that those were the only two available weapons that were shipped to the Tinian Island.
Yeah.
Shipped, and by ship, were they flown in airplanes? I'm not sure about that. I don't know. But they were sent.
It's not like top secret stuff.
Well, no. It was documented. I just don't remember.
Oh, okay.
I haven't done the research on that. But then again, it was 3 weeks after the test, so there's a really good movie. It's called Oppenheimer. If you watch the movie Oppenheimer, you can learn some things about it.
Yeah. I think I've heard of it.
It's a pretty good one. Pretty good.
Yeah.
But there's a
It's
lot
like
of...
the Cillian Murphy.
I'm sorry?
It's like the Cillian Murphy, right?
The actor?
The actor.
Yeah, he's a great actor. He's amazing. Does a really good job. It's a really great movie.
Oh.
But if you have time, you can go on YouTube and watch some really cool, because there's a lot of great information. There's a lot of great YouTubers out there making good stuff about it. The rest is history. Here we are today, 80 years later.
Yeah.
We are all survivors.
Yeah.
The bombs have never been used again. There have been a lot of close calls.
Yeah, like the I forgot.
A lot of almost moments.
Yeah.
But, But lucky us, we're the survivors. Yeah. we have an obligation to study history so that we do not repeat the mistakes that were made before us.
Oh yeah.
Excellent topic, Daichi. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Do you have any questions?
I'm good.
If you do, you can always send me a message.
Yep.
Thank you again, and I'll see you next week. Take care.
Yeah. Thank you.
Good night.
Yeah. Good night.